Hello and welcome to our wrap-up video for the Bootstrap section of freeCodeCamp. In this lesson we're just gonna take a whole bunch of this stuff that we learned about and create something with it. First thing you want to do is get the template set up of your HTML, which is, I did it the same way as the last time. I just googled HTML boilerplate. I created a new folder. This one's going to be called Shoe Store. Shoe Store contains, I created a blank document, a blank text document, and changed the name to index and then the extension from txt to HTML. And then our CSS is this Shoe Store style. So those are empty at the moment. Once you've done that, open them in your text editor. So I have it open here, and I have already pasted just the layout, the template for our HTML. The first thing that we learned about was, I think, container fluid. But before that, before being able to use the class container, we need to link to Bootstrap. So in order to link to Bootstrap, you just go online. I think it's getbootstrap.com, or you can just Google Bootstrap link. Once you're here, you can just go to Getting Started. Go a little down, you got this link here. Take it to brackets or your text editor and add it in the head. We also want to link to our CSS, which, link, and I believe I already forgot that one as well. Let's just make sure I'm right. Link to CSS. Click this. Just want to copy this here. Go over here. Change the reference to Shoe Store style. And then close. So now we're linked to our CSS, we're linked to Bootstrap. We could change our title to, like, I don't know, what the Shoe Store Foot Locker. I could do Foot Desk. We'll start it off by creating an H1 element, or we'll create a div that's going to go around everything. This div can have a class of container fluid. Inside of our div, we'll have H1, and just say Foot Locker, no, Foot Desk. We'll have H2, products. We'll have another H2. Our mission. I don't know. Our products, our mission, our supporters, I guess. I don't know. Just make something up. What else did we? Okay. So we did the container fluid. We also need an image. So we can come to Google, just put out of shoes, just choose any of these pictures. Can do, it doesn't really matter. I'll choose. I guess I'll do this one. Let me just take this link. Come over here. We'll put an image tag in here. We'll give it a class of we'll put this in a div. Give it a class of image responsive. Give it the link. So our div container fluid, we need to end it somewhere. We'll end it at the bottom. Here. So that div goes there, and this div. So do we have another div somewhere? Oh, I'm putting this. It goes there. Something's happening here. Oh, I think our image here is missing a closing tag. Okay, so let me look at this. We have a div that goes all around our content called container fluid. We want a div around our image of class row. Our image should have a class of column small 12 and image responsive. We should do all our headings should have a text center class. You could probably add that here. See what this is looking like. So as you guys can see, our picture takes up the full width of the page. Gotta see why that's there. Okay, let's see if our text is centered. It is. Okay. So we can do paragraph under here. Welcome to our awesome site. Hope you guys like shoes as much as we do. Our products. We sell lots of different shoes. men's shoes, women's shoes, and kid shoes, and other stuff. Our mission: our life goal is to put some shoes on your feet. Smiley face. Our supporters: anyone who buys shoes from us are awesome. Don't you want to be awesome? Save this. Let's look at how it's looking now. Okay. So what are the stuff that we actually learned in the freeCodeCamp? So let's see. Make images, center text. So we did that. Create a Bootstrap button. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. So you could say down here under our last paragraph, we could say button class button, say button primary, and we make it of type submit. Be awesome. You can say click the button underneath if you would like to join us. We also learned about Font Awesome, which is pretty cool icons that exist. You can get them by going to Font Awesome. I'm just typing Font Awesome. It's this first one. To get the link, you will have to get it sent to your email. As you can see, it says your email address and my Font Awesome embed code. You could also download it and link to it that way, but I already had it sent to my here. You'll get an email that has a script tag. Just want to go ahead and add your script tag. So you could add it at the bottom of your body or inside your head. Just know that the script tags you add in your head will load first, so if they're taking a long time to load, then your content won't load until they're done loading. So just keep that in mind. That's why I usually will keep my my scripts at the bottom. But since these are icons that we need loaded before, you probably want to keep it up here. So now we're linked to our Font Awesome. We can actually utilize that like button that we learned about, and it could be inside of our Be Awesome. Just put the opening tag and then put the closing tag. And then I forgot what the actual, let's see if we can find. So we got this. See what the class name was. I want the thumbs up. Let's come back over here. Go class. Save this. So let's see. So now I should have a cool thumbs up and the space there. Okay, now we have our thumbs up. Let's say we want to put, say we want to add a border around from here. We can actually put this inside its own div. And the div here. And then this div, we can give it a, we'll actually use some CSS here. So here I'm going to create my own class. I'll name it I'll put a border around it. So I'm going to name it my border. Let's name it join us. And we could come into our CSS here and do join us. Let's not forget the period to indicate a class. So join us here, and then we can do, we didn't learn about borders, but I don't even know how to, it's just border solid. Yeah, let's do solid. Let's see what this did. So I put a border. I took up the whole. If I wanted just to not be that whole thing. Let's see how we would do that. Inline border. Maybe it's this. I've never tried this. So let's see what this does. So now as you can see, it just wraps around the text. So what else can we add to this? Maybe make the background different color. You could I wanted to show you guys nav bars, which is one thing that they didn't really go over. Let's say we want like a navigation bar, like a menu at the top. We can actually Bootstrap nav bar. I want to go to W3. Just to give you guys an example, if you guys wanted something at the top. So here's a nav bar. It tells us this how a standard navigation bar is created. Nav, class nav bar default. Here's an example. We can actually use our example. Copy this. And we want it applied outside of our container fluid. And we want it on top. Like so. Save this. Now, let's replace some of the words actually before looking at it. can do foot desk, home, shop, and about. And we can look at this. So now you see at the top we have our nav bar now. Home, well, there's two homes, home, shop, and about. So there's two of those. Oh. Home. Blog. So now we have home, blog, shop, and about. Name of the store there. Cool thing is, it should be pretty responsive. If we're to make it smaller, you see this image gets smaller width as we're adjusting. Okay, what other stuff did we go over? So we did the font awesome. We haven't done too much with the rows and stuff, so let's look at that real quick. Use spans for inline elements, so I'll just show you that real quick. So let's say you want to apply a style just to like one word in here. Instead of having to like, you know, close our p tag here, and then creating another p tag here, and then applying a class to it just so we can style that word, that takes long. And if you do that, they'll actually, the word guys will appear in its separate block, because paragraphs are block elements that take up the full block. So span works great. So let's say we put it, we just want the words, forget it there, let's do I'll do it around as much as we do, and we'll make it a red. So I could do it there, and then as much as we do, and we'll end it right here. Okay, so now as much as we do is in a span, and now we can actually apply like color or whatever, and it'll still be good. I haven't tried text danger. That should maybe be red. Save this. Minimize. Where did it go? So now you guys can see as much as we do is in red. We didn't have to do too much to make that happen. We got a cool nav bar up there. Okay, so next, I'm going to go back into here. Okay, create custom headings, add font awesome, responsively style radio buttons. So we can do radio in the checkboxes. We can actually just copy the ones here and just kind of adjust them. So here we have our form, and it wraps around all this stuff. We can copy this, which just so you guys can see, this whole form contains all this part from indoor all the way down to submit, to our submit button, and it's all within this form. And it needs to be in this form so that when stuff is clicked, when that submit button is clicked, it's going to send it to wherever we tell it here. So we're to apply that into our brackets, and we, well, in that case, we would actually have to, because we already put a button here. Let me just give me some room here. Say I do it there. Let's say I want this these last two to not be there. Because we need to close our form, and we would close that form under here. Okay, so it's kind of messing everything up. Let's just do it without doing that. So let's just look at the example, or what they did, and create something similar. I don't like this thing here. Okay, so right now we have, where is it? So our button should be inside of a and since we don't actually have somewhere to send it, we'll just make something in submit foot desk, whatever, leave it like that. We'll want our form to end it's not letting me put this form. I believe something to do with that div. Maybe the form has to go around the div. See, here now we're not having no problems. So maybe if I put it around here and then end it there, I guess. And we give it an action of submit foot desk. Again, it doesn't matter right now since it isn't going anywhere. It ends there. Then we have these buttons. So let's say we wanted some of these radio buttons that allow for a selection. So we can do a so we have our buttons. Let's say under here we do another p tag that's gonna say click on your favorite type of skateboard. And under here we can do label. It's going to contain input, which is self-closing, and should be of type radio, which is going to have a name equal to, I don't know, long or penny, because there's long boards, there's penny boards. So now that that's like that, it's gonna have long, and under this one we just create another label with an input of type radio. It's gonna have name long penny, that way they're associated with each other, and this one's gonna penny in it. So these are radio buttons. Let's see what they're looking like. So now we can click on one or the other, whichever one you like the best. We could actually move this click the button underneath thing so that it's under all this. That way maybe they make some choices and then you want to know what their choices were. They would click that button and it would be sent there. So I could take this, click the button underneath. I could take that, place it here. Now it'll look a little bit better. So click on your favorite type of skateboard, long or penny, and then we can also do check boxes where you could say, please check what you like to do with your skateboard, and then give options like, or whatever, you know what I'm saying, just like a question with some check boxes, and at the end they would click it and their answers would be sent to your database, wherever that would be. Let's just make sure, come back over here, go to our app. So the wells aren't really too important. It just adds like a depth look to your page. Rows, so applying rows, it's pretty much label Bootstrap wells, give each element unique IDs. We already kind of understand IDs. They're like classes, except they're unique to an element, or well, they should be. And later on we'll start using IDs with jQuery and JavaScript to select the elements, to make changes to them or manipulate them in a way or another. So we can, I guess, let's see rows real quick. It's already been 30 minutes. So let's say we wanted our products, our mission, and our supporters to be all in the same. I don't think we could fit it in the same line, but let's see how that would work. So our products, our mission, our supporters. Let's say we put all this in a div of class row, which ends here. So we would close that div class row. Not sure why it's doing that. I forgot to close something. Oh, I forgot to close the div. Okay, so now we have a div of class row. So let's say we want all these in the same. Let's try it. Let's do class column extra small. We'd have to make them 4. 3 of them would have to be class equals. I don't think this is going to work now that I'm looking at it in my head, but let's see what happens. Yeah, so it's messing everything up. Our products, our mission, our support, and that is because we have paragraphs in between all those other things. So that definitely wasn't smart. And again, it's because there is these, so it's trying to spread this out. Unless, what if we were to, okay, I got a better idea. So we'll end the div here, exit this one. So this is going to be in a row, and then our P will also, and we'll change this to 6, and we'll do the same thing to this one. Class equals extra small 6. So then I can actually apply this. Control C. So to our H2, also give it a div class row, end it here. I always forget to close this. And then here, close it, and then give these that, and then paragraph also. Maybe I should look at it before I do the next one, but let's see if this is working. So as you can see, our products is all on the same line as our life goal is to put some shoes on your feet. Oh, okay, hold on. Still not looking the way I want it to look. So our products should have on the same line. We sell lots of different shoes. And the reason I think is because this paragraph is too long. So let me see if I was to shorten this. Alright, let's see this mess. So it's kind of, doing it, but for some reason it's just not fitting right. So that would be something to look into later, since I'm already going over the amount of time I was going to try and do. If you guys figure out why it did that, I would love to know. If you guys want to comment, how you guys figured that out. Okay, so I should be back to how it was. Let's see. Yeah, so we have like a basic little layout. I'm gonna go ahead and end this here, since we kind of went through as much of the stuff that I could, or that I thought was most important. There's just so much to Bootstrap that it would take many videos to go through all the different options that are available. But the best thing that you guys can do is get really familiar with W3 Schools and their Bootstrap section, and also straight from the source, getbootstrap.com. These guys created it. There's a lot of stuff in here, examples, tools, great community to learn how to utilize it and most effectively and efficiently. But Sorry I couldn't do more with this, but like I said, freeCodeCamp only did so much with the Bootstrap section, and hopefully in the future they do add a lot more cool stuff, but this is a basic little layout that's starting to get more responsive and looks nice across all devices and platforms, so which is what we're really trying to focus on nowadays, because everybody got different devices and we want them to look good on everything regardless of screen size. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Go ahead and like I said, comment if you guys figured out a different way of doing it or a better way, which I'm sure there's way more better ways than this. It's just a simple little layout, and just share this if you guys thought it was helpful. Let others know that might be interested in learning web development. You know, let them get started with that HTML and CSS section, and let them go through freeCodeCamp. And yeah, thank you guys. See you guys in the next section.